Mr. Mike Morris!
Evening.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a 3.5-year-old son at home, and my wife said to him earlier today, this evening, Daddy's going to go out and make people laugh. Dylan said, are you trumping? So just to warn you, that's plan B. It won't escape your attention that I'm a bit of a minger. Patronised as well, it's wonderful. I felt as a kid out of the obligatory. Every branch on the way down was greeted then by terrified villagers with cudgels and burning torches. They wanted to sacrifice me to their god before burying my face in a lead casket 2 miles below the centre of the earth. But that was North Wales in the late 60s. Shocking security at the maternity hospital. I knew as a young child that I wasn't the best looker. I remember going to school and the kids at primary school, this is, used to call me funny face. That's true. I remember going to school, first time it happened. The chant went up, funny face. And all the kids joined in. Funny face, funny face, funny face, until the entire playground was chanting it. I've stopped letting mum bring me to school after that. Things didn't get better as a teenager when acne arrived. My right hand stood me up on 3 dates. It was even worse when it started seeing other people. Get off the right in front of me! Advertisements don't help, because we're all told that we're meant to be bronzed and buff, fantastically good looking. And when adverts show something, it's not real. So that advert at the moment with the lass who's in the hairdressers, you know, the one where the bloke comes in and starts playing with her hair, and you're meant to think that he's the hairdresser, until a real hairdresser arrives, and then he saunters off smiling, no crying, you bloody perv, what are you doing? When I do it, and to be fair, I wasn't even touching her hair. With my hands. And okay, I expressed my admiration for her beautiful hair in a slightly stickier way than either of us would have liked. But I was disappointed. I thought she'd have taken it as a compliment. In the end, I was dragged away towards the police van, and she said, why did you do it? I said, because you worth it. Now, one of my pet hates, well, anybody watch Glee?
Yeah.
Anybody involved with the programme Glee should be taken out and sliced into small pieces for one reason. So making Journey popular again. I hate Poodle Rock. And you know what Poodle Rock is? It's that brand of mid-80s rock. So it's Bon Jovi. It's Heart. It's John Farnham. It's anybody who does a chorus which ends up with them going like this. And even worse, if they do a chorus like this, their sleeves roll over. The worst song of the lot, the one I hate the most, is a song called We Built This City on Rock and Roll by Starship. We built this city on rock and roll. No, you didn't. It was built on limestone foundations as well, you know. Well, I'm thinking about it. If actually Starship had been in the foundations of some city or other, I wouldn't be so upset. The other thing you've got to bear in mind is that Poodle Rock, these rock bands, are responsible for the problems we're having now with climate change. There was nothing wrong with the ozone layer up until about 1985, when Bon Jovi started using so much hairspray. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Oh, I wish, John Bon Jovi. Oh, I wish. One other thing that I deal with as well is this issue of loaded and difficult questions. This is for the men out of the audience. You know the sort of questions I mean. They're questions like, did you ever watch porn? out of that one. Or my particular favourite. Do you think she's pretty? Of course, the obvious response is, in an obvious sort of way, but she's nowhere near as classy as you are. I'll give you that one for free. It may save your life at some stage in the future. But the one question which you know will get you every time is when you go to the supermarket and you hear the question that it is, do you want any help with your packing? Because there's no right answer. You've been to Tesco's? You've been asked that question? Nobody's ever been to Tesco's. What, never? Oh, they'll be very upset. The largest supermarket in the entire world, and nobody's ever been there. Well, I'll explain. You get to the checkout with your shopping, and the woman smiles at you and says, do you want any help with your packing? And if you say yes, I think, well, that's good. I'll have some of that. You get a look which suggests, oh, I'm sorry, son, but unless you're paraplegic, you really shouldn't be asking for this. If you say no, they see it as a challenge. Oh, so you don't want any help with your packing then, do you? All of a sudden, your groceries are flying at you. She's burning them like they're shit-covered grenades. It's hell. And you know that at the end of this, you've got a big pile of shopping, you've got 3 things in your bag. She says, "That'll be £97.50, please," in a way that says, "I demand payment immediately and no filling your bags before you do it." So that leaves you sort of grabbing big piles of shopping and trying to stagger off down towards the exit. And you just hear her as you leave say to the next unfortunate, "Do you want help with your packing?" Thanks very much. That's it from me. Thanks very much.
There for everyone. When he says Tesco's, he just means Lidl. It's the same thing.